You're in the Gangsta Goodies kitchen with your favorite cooking show host. What's up, Kansas City and beyond? How are y'all today? I am so excited about today's guest and today's recipe, y'all. We're going to make a steak and shrimp stir fry with lots of good vegetables for you, and we're gonna serve it over cauliflower rice, y'all, because I don't know about y'all, but your girl is trying to watch those carbs, okay? And cauliflower rice is so good, you won't even know that it's not real rice, okay? So today's guest is Catina Taylor, y'all. You know her, Dreams KC. She is committed to helping to ensure that our children in our community are literate, y'all. Literacy is her sweet spot. That is what she specializes in. So don't forget to watch this episode.
Hi, you all. I am Catina Taylor, founder and executive director of Dreams KC, and I am right here in Gangsta Goodies Kitchen. We are going to be making some steak and shrimp stir fry today, so come on in and join us as we talk about food, literacy, and health.
You're in the Gangsta Goodies kitchen with your favorite cooking show host, and
hey, I am Catina Taylor, founder and executive director of Dreams KC.
And what is Dreams KC?
Dreams KC is a nonprofit social enterprise, and I always say that because we give back.
Yes.
So we empower parents with the tools they need to teach their children foundational literacy skills.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my God. And we know that that's so important.
Absolutely. We are in a literacy crisis and have been for quite some time. I think the cover was kind of pulled off during COVID.
Yes.
So people became aware, parents became aware of where their children were, and it frightened them.
Yes.
And so the missing ingredient is parents.
Yes.
We need them to be partners in the literacy development of their children. And we can tutor them, but parents are the first and most important teachers of their children.
Absolutely.
So we invite them along the journey. We give them the tools that they need. We support them in implementing it, and their children become confident and competent as readers.
Oh my God. I love that.
Thank you.
That is so important. You know, Catina, growing up, my grandmother, who only had maybe a 4th or 5th grade education.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, to this day, the smartest person I've ever met.
Absolutely.
Okay? She was an avid reader.
Yes.
And she made sure that I was too.
Yes.
And so I can only imagine how much money she made as a domestic. Okay? But once a month, I got a box of books.
Awesome.
And it was always a mixture of. It would be the National Geographic. It may be Reader's Digest.
Yes.
And it might be just some other random books.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, I also knew that I had to read them.
Yes.
Because that once a month phone call, long distance phone call, I didn't know which one she was going to ask me about.
Yeah.
But when we talked, I had to communicate with her.
Yeah.
She would say, now tell me about this book.
Mm-hmm.
And we would talk about that book.
Yeah.
Then I had to write her a letter
Oh.
and write about that book.
So she was smart enough to understand that you needed to decode, meaning read,
Mm-hmm.
and encode, apply what you had learned in reading to your writing.
Mm-hmm.
And most people don't understand that reading and writing go together.
Yes.
They're not separate or
Yes.
distinct.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes. That's it. For sure.
She was absolutely amazing.
So you were talking about your grandmother, and I
Yes.
absolutely just love what she did for you. So
Yeah.
many of our families, you know, what I say is children that struggle when they're young, they become adults who struggle if
Yes.
we don't catch it.
Yes.
And it's 90% of our kids can become great readers
Oh, yes.
if they have the support, if they
Yes.
have the grandma
Yes.
or the mom or dad, sibling, whomever that caring person is in their life to
Yes.
push them,
Yes.
they got it.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's all it takes.
And I try to be, for my grandchildren,
Yeah.
what my grandmother was for me.
Yeah.
Because I know, their parents are busy, they're working, they got all of these things going on. And so, even though I do too,
Yes.
but I'm better able to go, let's sit down. Let's talk about this.
Mhm.
You know, let's talk about what you were. Close the book
Absolutely.
and let's
Yeah.
talk about it.
Well, I will say also, it doesn't take a lot of time.
It doesn't.
15 minutes to 45 minutes max.
Okay.
As long as we're doing it at least 3 to 5 days a week,
Okay.
you will see a significant jump in the literacy development of any child.
Okay.
And so I think oftentimes people think, I don't have enough time or I don't have the resources. And that's why we teach parents for free
How to do it. Yes.
how to do it. They can do it in the car. They can do it while they're cooking.
Yes.
doing
Yes.
laundry.
Yes.
At bedtime.
Yes.
Whatever. So, and they want to make it fun.
Yes.
That is the big thing. Make
Yeah.
it fun, make it engaging. I date myself. Because
Okay.
I often talk about Karate Kid.
Yes.
So remember, he wanted to learn how to
Yes.
do karate.
Yes.
And he was doing some tasks that he
Mhm.
thought were totally
Unrelated.
unrelated.
Yes.
And then when
absolutely.
he finally pushed him, and he was like, okay, do this and
Yes.
do that. He realized, oh, he was learning the skills. And it's the same thing with kids. We can play
Okay.
games with them. We can be outside, inside, on the floor. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And they are learning while they're playing.
Yeah.
And so we don't need to take, and I will tell you, our older kids,
Yes.
they like to play games too.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So it is
okay.
not just for
Yeah, not
the
the
little
babies.
ones.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Talk about this. I like, let's go. What are we
Let's
doing?
eat.
Yes.
So if y'all take a quicker look at the ingredients for today's recipe. Just got a little bit of steak. I bought a Kansas City strip,
Okay.
and we just cut it up into thin slices. I think 6 shrimp are in there because y'all, we eat a lot. Our portion sizes are really out of control. And so part of my journey, I'm trying to
Yes.
reel that in.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we don't need as much as we actually have been accustomed to eating, you know? And so we've got plenty of vegetables here, and we've got a little bit of sesame oil, you guys, in a wok. And be careful in a wok. You can do this in a cast iron skillet, you can do it in a pot, it don't matter. But a wok is designed to get hot and to get hot quick.
Okay.
Okay, and so that is the one thing that for anybody that's watching, I would say if you use a wok, make sure you're paying attention to the temperature so that you don't cook it too fast.
I
Okay.
love what you said about portion sizes. So
Yes.
I had weight loss surgery in February.
Yes.
I'm not shy about saying it. That's what
Yes.
worked for me.
Yes.
But now my little pooch, my pouch,
Yes.
it can only take 2 to 4 ounces of food, and I'm not starving.
no,
Right?
No.
I get all my vitamins and nutrients. Of course, I do take supplements to help.
Absolutely.
But to your point, we have been conditioned
yes.
to have these large portions when really and truly we don't need
we
them.
don't need them.
No, not at all.
And our body has a problem digesting all of that.
Yes.
Hence, why we've had our issues.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
whether it's obesity or our health with other health issues, it's because we're eating too much.
Gallstones. I think
Yes.
about even the women's reproductive system. I think
Yes.
about our cloudy thoughts
Yes.
sometimes.
Yes. Our hair, our
diabetes,
skin.
all the things.
Mhm.
High blood pressure.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
all connected.
It is.
And so I'm really excited. And I will tell you, like, the fact that you have steak, the fact that you have shrimp, high protein.
High protein,
Yes.
yes.
So I'm like, yes,
Yes.
let's get it. Let's get it.
We got a few vegetables there to throw in
Yeah.
there, so we
I
just gonna
love
get
it.
this started.
Awesome.
And I know, right? Because it'll go woo. And actually, the first thing I'm gonna put in here is once again heat it up a little bit. We're gonna put the carrots in first because the carrots are gonna take a little longer just to get
Okay.
a little tender.
Interesting. I
Mhm.
just knew you were going to say the steak first.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because I cut the steak thin, and so it won't take long for that to get. So after the carrots, we are going to put the steak.
Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yes, that'll be the next thing we
Carrots
put
are
in.
good. Carrots
I
are good.
love carrots.
Yes,
I
yes.
do. I do.
I'm like, I wonder if I would have ate more carrots when I was younger, I might not need these readers.
I don't know. I think they say the eye is a muscle.
Yeah.
And so as we age, it's a part of aging gracefully.
There we go.
Because that's what we're doing. We're aging
Absolutely.
gracefully.
Yes. 2 grandmas.
Yes.
I love
Now,
it.
Catina, can you tell the viewers how they could connect with you and the services that you offer?
Yeah, so 3 prime services that we offer. So one, the first and most important, is the parent training.
Yes.
So currently we have a partnership with the WEB Du Bois Learning Center, and we offer classes on Mondays and Saturdays. So Monday evenings, Saturdays during the day, free. I love it because parents are already bringing their children to work with highly qualified educators.
Yes.
So while the children are there, we invite the parents to stay and get trained. I would love to tell parents, hey, bring them 2 days a week for an hour and a half and it's going to move the needle.
Yes.
It won't.
Yes.
The parents need to be able to make up those other 3 days.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And so they can follow me. Sadly, currently, we do not have a website. However, we're on all social media platforms at Literacy is Liberation. So you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, you name it.
Okay, I love it.
And I also...
Literacy is Liberation.
Yes.
I love that.
I also, Tuesdays,
online
in our private Facebook group, which is called Reading the Phonics Way. We do live classes. We call it Teaching Tuesdays. We are 35 weeks in.
Oh, wow.
So every Tuesday, 6:30, parents can tap into our private Facebook group and get lessons there too.
Wow. We'll put all that up there, you guys, because it's important.
It is.
Because literacy is liberation.
Yeah. And Frederick Douglass said, once you learn to read, you are forever free. So that's why literacy is liberation is our mantra. And as you can see, literacy is a civil right.
It is.
So, yeah, for sure.
I remember my grandmother used to say to me, we're just going to spread this out a little bit. Kind of the carrots are
smelling good.
Carrots are kind of over there doing their thing. And then we're just going to put a little bit of seasoning. This is just has a little bit of ginger, paprika. There's some, I can't remember if I use dry thyme or dry oregano, one of those two. A little bit of salt, just a tiny bit, because I'm so not a salt person.
Do you use regular salt or sea salt?
Sea salt.
Okay.
And a little bit of black pepper.
Okay, awesome.
And we're going to put a little bit of that, just a little bit of that on the meat.
Awesome.
And, you know, one of the things Katrina, my grandmother, would say is that, look, you got to get it up here. You know, she'd say, she's like, oh, you're pretty. Oh, you're a pretty girl. She said, but that don't mean nothing. If it ain't here and in here.
Yeah, and looks fade. I mean, we understand black don't crack.
Yes.
We get that.
Yes.
However, you know, it's here, and that is something no one can take from you. Once you have it, and I'll tell you, literacy has been connected to crime and violence. Under and unemployment, access to health care, you know, being able to thrive in your own life, it matters.
It does.
And literacy is one of the keys to help you do that.
It is. I'm a firm believer. We got books everywhere in this place.
I love it. Me too. My books, they outpace me in the house.
Right. You know, even when I went back to school, because I didn't go back to college until, you know, I was an adult. And, you know, people would be like, oh, you want to sell your books? I'm like,
no.
For what y'all gonna give me? Oh no, these books hold way more value to me than selling them to you for $10. Okay, so.
And I'll tell you a couple of other things that we do is we do what we call decodable book walks.
Okay.
And so we take decodable books. Okay. And I'll tell you what those are, but we blow them up to yard sign size. We put them outside of libraries, community-based organizations, schools. We want to show families that reading doesn't have to be boring. It's not always a sit down, be still, be quiet. We can do it inside, we can do it outside, it doesn't matter. But that's a fun way for us also to give back to community. And so if it's a community-based organization and they're like, you know, we want to show our parents
I love
that this can be fun and engaging.
I love
that.
Get
us up. Yeah.
I love that.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
I like to move.
Yes, keep it moving.
So I'm like, I was one of those kids, you was probably not going to get me to sit down and be still. And most of our children can.
No.
In this technological world.
Yes.
So how can we make it fun? How can we make it engaging? How can we incorporate bodies? In the work.
The movement.
Absolutely. And research tells us that there is a mind-body connect. So we get those things into that long-term memory.
Absolutely.
And they can do it through play.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love it.
Wow. See how I mean, like the steak is going to cook pretty quickly.
It is cooking fast. Wow.
Okay. Now we're going to add some onions to that.
Okay. And onions, I love onions.
Oh, I do too. We're going to add these red bell peppers.
Now, do you always use fresh things, or do you use frozen at times?
At times, I'll use frozen, but not often.
Okay.
I am, and typically those times are going to be in the winter, you know, when they're not as fresh, you know, available. But I typically am going to use fresh.
Okay. Okay.
Because we just cut out extra gunk,
Gotcha.
you know, when we use them fresh.
Yes. I am a frozen girl.
No, but that's better than canned.
I'm always thinking, I think you all that prepare food like this are experts when it comes to chopping things and all of that. And I have this fear of, am I going to chop my finger off? So I'm like,
yeah, you won't chop it off. You're not going to chop it off. Yeah. It is. And it's a quick meal.
Yes.
That's the other thing that I like. So we're gonna
put a quick, healthy meal.
Yes.
Yeah, I
exactly.
Love it. I love it.
We put just a little more seasoning on there because we definitely want some flavor.
Yes, absolutely. You have all of my favorite things. I love mushrooms. Well, like,
I do
this
too.
Is perfect.
Yes. And actually, that's what we're going to put in here next are the mushrooms. Now, Catina, are you from Kansas City?
Born and raised.
Okay.
Right here in Kansas City. I went to Glen Hine Elementary School.
Okay.
Which is now a senior living facility.
Yes.
But it's right there off Prospect and Gregory Boulevard. It's very interesting because oftentimes people say they never had a black teacher. And I was like, all my teachers were, for the most part.
Yeah.
So then I went to Lincoln Junior, now Lincoln Middle.
Okay.
And then I went to Southeast, the best high school in the city.
Okay.
You know?
Southeast Knights.
Yes,
Okay.
Knights and Ladies of the Castle.
Okay.
And, I thought I was going to leave Penn City.
Okay.
For undergrad.
Okay.
But I had my son, and I wanted my village and that support system. Then the first time, new mom.
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up going to Avila.
Okay.
It was college then, now university.
Yes.
Home of the Eagles.
Yes.
And then I did law school at KU.
Okay.
Yes. Who's playing Colorado today? Rock Chalk.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So you went to Avila. So Avila is because I went to Rockhurst.
Oh,
So kind of like
they're good. Liberal arts schools,
Jesuit school, yes.
Catholic, same type of environment, for sure.
Yes.
And I tell you, that's when I learned about the international, the global community. I was like, whoa, I had been sheltered in Kansas City.
Same.
And so that opened up so many horizons. It was also an opportunity. Dean Tom Lees, I'll never forget him. He gave me an opportunity to lead in ways that I hadn't led before. So I think I kind of like came into my own.
Yes, absolutely.
Then.
Yes,
for sure.
You know, I think schools like Avila and Rockhurst are small enough, you know, so you get that.
Yes.
You know, you're not in a classroom with 300 kids.
Yeah.
You know, it may be you and 25 other people in there, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
And so it really helped to nurture.
Absolutely.
You know, it really, really did.
And the African American community that was there also, we were really close. Still friends with a lot of those folks that I met back then.
Wow.
But yeah, we were just a community.
Wow.
I loved it. I absolutely had an amazing experience.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I did too.
Yeah, awesome.
So now we're going to add some broccolini in
Right,
here.
I love it. Another one of my faves.
Yes.
Love broccoli.
Yes. And the shrimp will be the last thing we add.
Because it cooks so fast.
It cooks so fast.
I know a little something. Just a little something about cooking.
You got it, girl. Absolutely.
I will tell you, I am so thrilled to watch you do this, to be invited to join you. I just feel like I am amongst the stars.
Look, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. You are the star, girl.
Yes. I have been waiting. So I told you, I feel like I have arrived.
Oh, yes. It is, and I just love it. You know, it is, because I love to cook, and I love to host people.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when I thought about what can I do to impact my community?
Yes.
You know, and so it's like, okay, Sheila, you like to cook, you like to host people, but then what? You know, and so, and actually for the first year, I didn't have a guest. It was just me. And I'm like, yeah, that's not it. Okay. There's more to this than just me.
Yeah.
I'm interesting, but I ain't all that interesting,
well,
okay?
No, you are in your story, because remember when I first met you and we started talking, I was like, oh, she's the caterer. And you were like, And so that year
Yes.
gave people an opportunity to get to know you.
Yes, yes,
Right?
it
to
did.
learn
Yes.
about your passion,
Yes.
your
Yeah.
skill set,
Yes.
all of the
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
before you introduce other people.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes we need that.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. We really do. And I just want families to, first of all, get back in the kitchen together.
Yes.
Connect. Teach each other how to cook. Talk to each other. Sit down, have a meal together.
Yes.
And by the way, I'm going to have the most amazing Kansas Cityans on the show.
Yes.
That's bringing information and resources and valuable stuff back to the viewer.
I love
So I want them to take it. That's why all that information is going to be up there, because parents, aunties, grandma, grandpa, it's important that our kids are literate.
Absolutely. It's revolutionary.
Yes.
And a lot of people may not know, but right after the Emancipation Proclamation, the literacy rate for African Americans in this country was near 0%. Within 20 to 30 years, they were able to shift to about a 70% literacy rate.
Wow.
Now, mind you, remember, those people are coming out of bondage.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It had experienced so much trauma.
Yes.
But they were able, because they valued it, they understood its importance.
Yes.
Now, in 2024,
Mm-hmm.
here we are, and that statistic has kind of flipped again.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I say crisis,
Right. It's a
in
crisis.
Kansas City, third graders that are African American, about 85% are reading 2 or more grade levels behind. 85%.
Wow.
And people don't know. So we should be angry, we should
Wow.
be outraged.
Yes.
Because we're sending our children to school every day thinking,
That they're-
expecting
yes.
they're going to learn how to read. Now here's the other thing. Because I was an educator for
Mhm.
15 years.
Okay.
So I'm not shaming
Yes.
educators.
Yes.
What I will say is we have colleges and universities that teach teachers how to teach reading,
Right.
supposedly.
Yes.
We have about 4,000 colleges and universities that do pre-service teacher programs.
Yes.
Only about 10% of them effectively teach teachers how to teach reading. Yeah.
Wow.
I want people to say wow. And I want people to get upset. And I want them, though, more importantly, to be moved to action.
Yes,
Yeah.
that part.
Moved
that
to
part.
act. Yes.
So, Catina, how could there might be a viewer who wants to help, who wants to get into action? How could they volunteer with Dreams?
Oh, awesome. I would love people to volunteer. I would love to train people to do what I do.
Yes.
Because that's the thing. All the time I was teaching, I started out teaching middle school, then first
Okay.
grade, then high school.
Okay.
I always tutored outside of my work hours.
Okay. Okay.
But that's one kid at a time.
Yes. Yes.
Can't make an impact.
Yes.
Not the intended impact you want
yes.
to have.
Yes.
So I welcome folks that want to volunteer, get trained, and then teach parents how to teach their own children.
Wow.
I want to clone me.
Yes.
Like I want to
yes.
teach people to do what I do, and they can do it for sure.
Oh wow.
So shoot me an email, go on
Yes.
social media, send me a message, and I'm telling you, we're ready to go.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I absolutely love it.
Now
So
you
guys-
just put something else in. It looked a little thick.
Yes.
What was that?
So that's a little hoisin.
Okay.
And so hoisin is like Chinese barbecue.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Got you.
And so it is just to give it a little flavor. Also, it gives it a little bit of
Kick.
kick.
Okay.
And so when we put this over that over that cauliflower rice,
Yes.
it's gonna be fire.
I love it. I love that you're doing this. Like I said, I have weight loss surgery. Having weight loss surgery 50 plus.
Yes.
You have a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
I had the sleeve, and I tell you, I heard so many horror stories
Mhm.
leading up to it that I was kind of like,
yes.
I had never had major surgery
Yes.
before.
Yes.
But I will tell you, it has been phenomenal for me.
Oh wow.
It really has.
Wow.
And
I
so
love
I'm
that.
thankful. The
Yes.
grandbabies. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta be here.
Look at here.
And I want to enjoy their life. I have a new grandbaby.
You do.
2 months old.
Oh,
Yes.
congratulations.
So now we have 2 boys, 2 girls.
Oh, Catina.
Yes. So
Oh.
I'm like, I gotta be here for them.
Absolutely.
So,
Yes.
And I will take diabetes, ran on both sides of my family. I've
Yes.
been blessed not to be diabetic.
Yes.
But I had high blood pressure,
Yes.
sleep apnea,
Mm-hmm.
gallstones,
Mhm.
my knees were hurting.
Yes.
And previously, I worked out and I
Yes.
could lose the weight
Yep.
and maintain it.
Yep.
This time it was a struggle. So it took me about 3 or 4 years to make the decision,
Mhm.
but I would do it all over again.
Oh, I Praise
I
God.
say when we're older, our bodies are different.
Yes,
So,
it is.
But it's no shame.
None.
In doing what works for
you.
As an
Absolutely.
informed person, advocating for your own health and well-being.
Absolutely.
So I love that you were cooking this because it's right up my alley.
Yes.
It meets all my requirements.
Yes, I love it. Yes. And when we come back, we're going to sit down, we're going to eat this, and we're going to talk more, and we're going to learn more about
Dreams KC.
Dreams KC.
Yes.
We'll be right back, y'all. Y'all come a little closer. I wish y'all could smell it because it smells so good.
Yes.
I always say one of my grandsons is going to invent smell-o-vision. So they will be able to smell it.
Right.
I know. Okay, Catina, you go first.
Okay.
And that cauliflower rice is underneath.
Okay, so I definitely have to try that.
Yes.
I have not tried it before, so I'm going to scoop some out here to the side. I'm going to try to be all dainty.
Yeah.
I'm going to try.
Look, you help. No need to be.
I'm going to try to do it like this and not make a mess.
You are fine. Because we're going to clean it
I'll
all
get
up.
a piece of broccoli.
Yes, you got to have some broccoli.
All right.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you'll have to
excited.
tell us what you think, how it tastes.
All right. I got to take a piece of the shrimp first.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that cauliflower rice?
Let me see. I love it. I love it because it's better than rice.
It is. Mm-hmm.
It gives you a crunch.
Yes. Yes.
And I love a good crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And it's lighter though. It won't sit as heavy.
Exactly.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've been a little hesitant to try it.
Mm-hmm.
No more. I will be trying it.
Mm-hmm.
That would just be my replacement.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a healthier replacement for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll tell you, my little pouch, this will probably be all I eat and I'll be full.
Mm-hmm.
The work I do. So remember I said I taught for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I believe wholeheartedly is what we put in our children is what we get out. And so food also impacts their academic performance.
Yes, it does.
If there's sugar, doped up,
yes,
it's a drug.
It is a drug. Yes.
Sugar or things that don't have nutritional value. Then I say junk in, you're going to get junk out. So we talk about behavior issues and all kinds of things. Before anything else, I'm like, how are they eating? How are they sleeping? All of those things. Then we go into, do they need glasses? Can they hear? You know, all of the things that could be impacting them before I get to anything else. Because
absolutely.
It all matters.
It all matters.
Yes.
It does. It really does.
This is amazing.
I'm glad
Thank you for
it.
inviting me into the kitchen.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, I love this. I love it. This is it for me. This is gonna be dinner. Like, right?
I will.
And I won't feel bad about it.
No,
not.
Not at all. Now, did you have started your YouTube channel so people can follow your journey, right? Tell them what your YouTube channel, and we'll type it up there too, because that information is powerful. You know, and so that people who want to know can go, whether you're in the process, you're thinking about the process, you know, and that's information that they'll be able to use, you know.
So you can go to YouTube, it's VSG Thriving.
Okay.
Because I want people to know you can thrive going through the process, during the process, after the process, and be 50 plus. So I gear it toward that 50 plus audience because we've lived life.
Yes.
And, you know, parents, grandparents, we wrestle with our own critiques.
Yes.
Other people's critiques.
Yes.
And I'm like, and we're in a different phase of life.
Yes,
so
we
I want
are.
people to understand and know what it can be.
Yes.
For us at 50 and beyond.
Yes.
Right? So yeah, that's my audience. But I'll tell you, anybody can tune in at any time. For sure.
I love it.
Yes. I'm trying to eat, you know, nicely. I'm
You should
sorry,
have seen
guys.
what I did too. I just picked it up and put it in my mouth. You're like, is she
Thank
eating
you
that?
for giving me permission. Yes,
good,
thank you.
I should have
Yes.
given you a knife to cut.
No, you're fine. You are fine.
And I left part of the stems on there because there's nutrition
I have heard that.
in the stems.
Mm-hmm. I've heard
Typically,
that.
we just cut the flower part and throw the stem away. Well, I don't do that anymore.
I think most stemmed vegetables, the nutrition value
Is in the stem. Yes,
That's what I've heard.
Exactly.
So,
yes.
thank you.
You're
Yes.
welcome. You guys, you have been listening to and watching Catina Taylor. She is the founder of Dreams KC, a literacy program, and it is essential that we provide those resources to our families, you know. And so if you are out there, you're listening, maybe you know somebody or you heard somebody that knows somebody, we want you to reach out, you know, because there's no reason to not reach out and get the help that you need, okay? And so I often say there's no shame in not knowing. None whatsoever.
No.
But when you know that there's resources out here and you have access to the resources that her organization provides, come on now, we're gonna need you to tap into those resources.
Absolutely.
And we'll put it's Dreams
KC. And so you can find us on all social media outlets, platforms, at Literacy is Liberation. And then, of course, on YouTube, all that videos, those 35 weeks of videos at the top of the year.
Yes.
We're going to transition out of that private group and make it available to everyone.
I love it.
Yeah, because
Yes.
everyone deserves to have the resources.
Absolutely.
2024 was kind of a year of, are you going to do this? Are you going to be consistent? Are you going to make a commitment to your families, yourself, this organization?
Yes.
And here we are. Like
Wow.
so, we have almost a year's worth of content.
Wow.
But you all are
Amazing.
that important.
Yes.
Our children are that important.
Absolutely.
And so that's the commitment.
Yes.
Is I want us to be free.
Absolutely, because literacy is liberation. I love that. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are not following Gangster Goodies Kitchen on all platforms, please do. We appreciate that. You know, we hope that we share meals that you would enjoy, and we encourage you to get back into the kitchen with your family and take advantage of the information and the resources that the guests bring y'all, because they are amazing, and it's all to make Kansas Cityans a better place for all of us to be.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all. Peace out.